Hello students, this time again I am coming with a new topic. In my previous video I told you that I will discuss word report, magazine report. But in class 10, magazine report generally don't come. That's why the report I have already discussed today, the report of an accident. And I will try to write all the reports in the same style. That's why today, now that is in this class, I will discuss one new topic, that is substance writing. Substance writing is not new to you. I think in your previous classes you have already come across this topic. But here also, substance writing is there in lieu of translation. That means translation. Or substitution. Maximum students, they try to attend the translations, because in the translations full marks are there. If there are 6 translations, if you can do all the translation correctly, then you will get 6 out of 6. But sometimes the students fear any writing the substance, they might not be awarded full marks. That's why very few, almost 90% students go for this translation, and 10% students go for this substance writing. And the schools of assimilative background, they always go for translation. But many schools of English medium background, they think that, they say that English medium students should go only for the substance writing. But SEBA has not made any kind of compulsion after it. If you want to do the translation, you can do the translation, or if you want to do the substance writing, then do the substance writing. And today, our topic of discussion is this one. Second one, least opted option, that is substance writing. To write substance, you have to follow some steps. I will write down all the steps and try to understand. In substance writing, what happens? One text will be given to you. One paragraph will be given, might be 2 paragraphs will be given sometimes, and you have to read that paragraph. After that, what is the main theme of the paragraph? The main points of the paragraph. You have to write all those things in your answer script, and that is substance writing. So, points one after another, I would like to write on it. First, number 1, read the text first. Read the text first. Don't read slow. One unseen, unknown paragraph will be given to you. Don't read it slow. The first point, first thing, that we have to read the text fast. Read the text fast. Don't read it slow. And why to read it fast, not slow? Because when we will be reading it fast, then you can frame an idea what is it about. Whether it is about, suppose, Sachin Tendulkar, it's about some other games in sports, it's about some environment, or any topic. That is the first thing. We have to know what is it about. But if you read it slowly, some unknown words will be there, and those words will put some hindrance in reading and understanding this one. There's a first thing should be first, very first, and first thing should be only to understand what is it about. Okay. Now second time. Read the text slowly. First you read the text first, and second time you read it slow. After reading slow, then you will understand all those kind of things you want to understand. But in the first sitting, you have to understand only what is about. And while reading the text slow, you have to do another thing. You have to take one pencil and tick all the important points or underline the important points. So I am writing this one here. Underline the important points. Take a pencil. Don't use pen generally. Take a pencil and underline all the important points. Okay. After that, make a rough draft. What is rough draft? When you are trying to write the substance, first make one rough draft just for practice, and in your answer script you can write rough draft, then you can write. But it is mostly advisable that after having a good deal of practice, that means without a rough draft also you can do it. But while practicing, always make a rough draft, and in a rough draft what you have to do? You see, number one, put the important points in your own English. That means you have to write in your own English. That means don't copy any line or difficult write completely in your own English, and don't write in difficult words. There are two types of words, I think you know. One type is frequency words, another word is content words. Frequency words are like the determinants, verbs, prepositions, okay, and, on, with, is kind of preposition, is, are like verb. And without this frequency word, we cannot frame a sentence. But content words are like verbs, nouns, adjective, and adverbs. And there, don't copy any difficult word. Any line or difficult word. Don't copy any line or difficult word. Okay, don't copy this. Sometimes what the students do, they copy one line, write it down. Take another line, then write it down. Take another line and write it down. Suppose in the main text there are suppose 30 sentences were there. They try to write in 10 or 12 sentences, after that they think that they have been completed. But it is not so. It should be like that you have to just write all those things in your own language. Okay, after writing in your own language, and don't copy any line. Copy paste word is not allowed. Don't copy a difficult word. You try to find a synonym of that word. Then you will be able to show that you have certain knowledge of English. That means you copy that word, then examiner will think that you are just copying the word. They don't have any idea about the word, and maybe you have not understood the word also. Okay. Next, what we do? Avoid all examples. Some examples might be given. Don't write the examples. Avoid all the examples. For example, about Session-45, suppose. So he played in Pakistan, he played in Australia, he played in suppose Bangladesh, he played in New Zealand, Zimbabwe, like that. Your point will be that Tendulkar played abroad and scored this much marks, that is runs. So this is the thing, you should not give the examples that he played there, he played there, he played there, he played there, like that. Don't give the examples. Examples should be strictly emphasized. Okay. Then, don't correct any data. Don't correct any data. Suppose one wrong data is given. Your work is not to correct any data. Your work is only to precise what is being given to you. Suppose, for example, one wrong data is given. Suppose Mahatma Gandhi was born in suppose Pakistan, or Gandhi was born in suppose Australia. And don't correct it, don't try to write that he was born in Gujarat or like something like that. Whatever is being given there, you have to write that. Don't correct any data. Next point. Don't add any extra information. Sometimes we know about something. Again, suppose in a football match, some good players are there. Suppose we know about some good players. Okay. Some good players like Ronaldo. Okay. It is about Ronaldo, suppose. And we should not write that Ronaldo plays for Portugal if it is not good. Okay. Messi, suppose. Messi is a good player, is given, and don't write Messi is from Argentina. Okay. So that information you know, but if in the main text it have not mentioned, then you should not give it. Whatever you know, that is up to you. Don't try to give. Don't express mastery in this substance. Okay. And these are the rules. After the 1 minute. Next one. Write not more in 1/3 of the main text. Write not more than. Write not more in 1. Write not more in 1/3 of the main text. That is not more than will be. Right, not more than 1/3 of the main text. 1/3 means suppose in the main text, for example, 90 words are there. And your substance should not exceed 30. You know, if you divide 3, then 3 to the 9 equals 295. This is the max. 3 to the 90. So your substance should be within 30 words. If one basis is given about 300 words, then it should be definite that you are not writing more than 100 words. Actually, it is not like that. You have to count the words one after another. It should look like that. And while you are practicing, then you can count the words. And after that, you will frame an idea. For this much of this, your substance should be around this much. Okay. So these are the rules. Now, how will you start? How will you start? Suppose you are in the examination hall and you are attempting the question of substitution. What do you do? Just take that question paper. For example, suppose this is the question paper. Take the question paper in your hand and read out. Read out the given questions. Read it very slowly. After reading it slow, then suppose you have framed the idea. This is about this one. What you understood. Now you read it fast. Oh, sorry. First one, first reading. I'm very sorry. First one, first reading. Second one, slow reading. First, read it fast, only to frame the idea. And after that, read it slow. While reading it slow, you just underline the main points. And we have already underlined the main points, suppose. Now, in the examination copy, we can write it. And after writing rough draft, whatever you already ticked, you write all those here. You write all those here. In your own English. Sentence should be completely in your own English. And after that, Next, what is the next step? Edit. Edit the rough draft. After that, one point comes edit the rough draft. Edit the rough draft. Suppose 4 or 5 points were there. Suppose this is when I found how many points I was having. Suppose this is edit the rough draft. After writing this one, you have to edit the rough draft. And how will you edit the rough draft? Suppose you wrote here somewhere like that. Suppose they has come to home, something like that. Now while editing, then you have to be able to catch all the mistake. Oh, they have this right, they have it wrong. Then you have to correct it. They have. Then to home, you should not, right? They have come home, or they have come to their home, right? So you can add one word here, and you can just read this word. After that, count the word 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. Okay, count the words, and suppose the main things are suppose as I have already told you 300 words, and your writing should be main text 300. This is a main text 300 words, and your writing should be of 100 words. Let's say count the words. So when it is 100 or 110 like that, then consider it. Okay, but it is used to excess. Suppose, for example, almost 200. Then you just try to edit this one by removing some unnecessary words. Try to make it precise, leave that is, and when it is ready. Suppose your rough draft has been edited. Editing has been done. You counted the number of words also. After you corrected all the grammatical mistakes also. Now we write main draft. Here below we write main draft. And after writing main draft, you write your edited form. Without any mistake, you write here, without any grammatical mistake, and don't make it dirty. And sometimes somewhere I have seen some teachers used to give the substance headline also. But I think the headline is not needed, and if still we want to give you this one, I can give, but the headline is not a substance. Substance is just a substance. Okay. And after writing the main draft, your work is completed, and you can just put a cross to the rough draft. Okay. And this is the complete procedure of writing a substance. But remember one thing, that in the examination, if you don't have time to write this rough draft, write a main draft. Don't write the word main draft. Just write question number, suppose, question number 3, suppose. Question number, for example, 3. Then you start writing from here, and just write a substance, or like you can write over substance also. Write this one, and whatever mistakes will be there, you can correct it here. And be cautious of that. Means be always careful that you are not making any grammatical mistake. So with all this, I think I should wind up this class of your substrate writing. In my next class, if I have time, if I can get a question bank, then practically one substance I will make for you practically, and we'll get to it. Thank you very much again. Thank you for watching.